Yo, this is Top Flight, and we are back on our Charlie Daniels band. Uneasy Rider. About to get into this one.
He always goes deep with the lyrics.
And the storytelling, the storytelling is crazy. And the talking. We talked about this last time. Like when he does like the talking in between, like he'll sing and then he'll just do like talking on the track, which is super dope because the way his voice sounds. Which is a dope little style that I actually like that a lot. Let's go Uneasy Rider.
I was taking a trip out to L.A., tooling along in my Chevrolet, toking on a number and digging on the radio. Just as I crossed the Mississippi line, I heard that highway start to whine, and I knew that left rear tire was about to go. Well, the spare was flat, and I got uptight, 'cause there wasn't a filling station in sight, so I just limped on down the shoulder on the rim. I went as far as I could, and when I stopped the car, it was right in front of this little bar, kind of a redneck-looking joint called the Dewdrop Inn. Well, I stuffed my hair up under my hat and told the bartender that I had a flat and would he be kind enough to give me change for a one. Well, there was one thing I was sure proud to see. There wasn't a soul in the place except for him and me, and he just looked disgusted and pointed toward the telephone. I called up a station down the road a ways, and he said he wasn't very busy today and he could have somebody there in just about 10 minutes or so. He said, now you just stay right where you're at, and I didn't bother to tell the darn fool that I sure as hell didn't have any place else to go. I just ordered up a beer and sat down at the bar when some guy walked in and said, who owns this car with the peace sign and the mag wheels and 4 on the floor? Well, he looked at me and I damn near died, and I decided that I'd just wait outside, so I laid $1 on the bar and headed for the door. Just when I thought I'd get out of there with my skin, these 5 big dudes come strolling in with this one old drunk chick and some fellow with green teeth. And I was almost to the door when the biggest one said, you tip your hat to this lady, son, and when I did, all that hair fell out from underneath. Now, the last thing I wanted was to get in a fight in Jackson, Mississippi on a Saturday night, especially when there was 3 of them and only 1 of me. They all started laughing and I felt kind of sick. I knew I'd better think of something pretty quick, so I just reached out and kicked old Green Teeth right in the knee. Now he let out a yell that'd curl your hair, but before he could move, I grabbed me a chair and said, watch him, folks, 'cause he's a thoroughly dangerous man. Well, you may not know it, but this man's a spy. He's an undercover agent for the FBI, and he's been sent down here to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. He was still bent over holding on to his knee, but everybody else was looking and listening to me, and I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. I said, would you believe this man has gone as far as tearing Wallace stickers off the bumpers of cars, and he voted for George McGovern for president. Well, he's a friend of them long-haired hippie-type pinko fags. I bet you he's even got a commie flag tacked up on the wall inside of his garage. He's a snake in the grass, I tell you guys. He may look dumb, but that's just a disguise. He's a mastermind in the ways of espionage. They all started looking real suspicious at him, and he jumped up and said, now just wait a minute, Jim. You know he's lying. I've been living here all of my life. I'm a faithful follower of Brother John Birch, and I belong to the Antioch Baptist Church, and I ain't even got a garage. You can call home and ask my wife. Then he started saying something about the way I was dressed, but I didn't wait around to hear the rest. I was too busy moving and hoping I didn't run out of luck. And when I hit the ground, I was making tracks, and they were just taking my car down off the jack, so I threw the man a 20 and jumped in and fired that mother up. Mario Andretti would have sure been proud of the way I was moving when I passed that crowd coming out the door and headed toward me in a trot. And I guess I should have gone ahead and run, but somehow I just couldn't resist the fun of chasing them all just once around the parking lot. Well, they're headed for their car, but I hit the gas and spun around and headed them off at the pass. I was slinging gravel and putting a ton of dust in the air. Well, I had them all out there stepping and fetching like their heads were on fire and their asses was catching, but I figured I'd better go ahead and split before the cops got there. When I hit the road, I was really wheeling, had gravel flying and rubber squealing, and I didn't slow down till I was almost to Arkansas. Well, I think I'm going to reroute my trip. I wonder if anybody'd think I'd flipped if I went to L.A. via Omaha.
Yeah, he definitely be. That's a crazy story because I bet you it's true, but he'd just be talking that and just like.
Well, it's here goes the crazy thing about it. So, because I was wondering if that was the like, because how he said it. So like, and then I looked it up and it was correct. He said the narrative follows a long-haired hippie traveling across country who gets a flat tire in a hostile anti-counterculture bar in Jackson, Mississippi. To escape a violent confrontation with the local patrons, the narrator fabricates a wild story to turn the redneck crowds against each other. And so he can grab his keys, start his car. So that's an interesting story. Like, now I need to know more about Charlie Daniels, because that's a random story to say, like, this hippie comes to this like super country town, and then to get away, he uses the idea of saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, saying that the other dude is the actual hippie, so he can get him to turn them against each other because of who he voted for and stuff like that. Like the trick of the mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to play a trick on people's minds. Like, that's a crazy idea for Charlie. Like, I don't know Charlie Daniels, so then now I need to know more about Charlie Daniels. To why would he come up with that as the storyline? But he's such a great storyteller. It's like he's almost like rapping, because he's going in that two, rhyming the two, and then the third rhymes with the third. So two in a row rhyme, then the third doesn't rhyme, then two in a row rhyme, and then that third rhymes with that other third, which is crazy, which is a dope style that he's switching those thirds. I mean, those thirds all rhyme, but then the two in the middle, they rhyme together, versus like people just going like two, 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 two. That's a dope style to do that. But yeah, that's a dope storyline. Like, I'm wondering what influenced that idea to come up with that song.
I think some people are just good at telling stories. You know what I mean? Like that, you probably tell stories your whole life. Bars, out in the fire, out in the woods. You know what I mean? You're just telling stories. You just get really good at it, and there's always those bullshitters. You know what I mean? And he might actually know, like, because if you're a musician, also you're traveling around, so you're hearing different things, and you're putting. Sometimes you could put this story with this story, and it makes sense, and then you make it. It's like, look at movies, you know. So yeah.
Shout out to Charlie Daniels.
Like, subscribe, comment. Let's go.